Alrighty, peace family. Thank you again for supporting my Orgasmic Cuisines page. Tonight, I am bringing you my first video as I finally upgraded my technology a bit, so to speak. I didn't get a new phone yet, but I got a new SD card with a lot of memory. And so now I have the space in my phone to produce some videos already of my beautiful orgasmic cuisine creations. Okay, so tonight's orgasmic cuisine dish is featuring my first time making buckwheat, which is here, about a half a cup of buckwheat. And I'm using the Kasha brand of buckwheat as seen here. Okay, so just going to turn up the heat here a bit on this burner. And I'm using a non-stick pan. Of course, you know, non-stick pans supposedly aren't the greatest because of the chemicals and the Teflon materials and, that actually make the pan non-stick. But I still love non-stick, but I also cook with stainless steel pans as well, pots and pans, which are more recommended. But yes, so here we are with the non-stick. I'm adding buckwheat. Now, buckwheat looks like a grain, but it's not actually a grain. It's not wheat, although wheat is in the name. It's actually derives from a fruit seed, and as it's considered a plant, oddly enough, and it's related to sorrel. And it's high in complex carbohydrates, which are, high in B vitamins, and which wheat is also known for, which is why wheat has nutritional value, but wheat can be cause bloating and inflammation and can be pretty tough on digestion, which I can attest to. So I don't cook rice or wheat. If I'm out, I'll eat, brown rice, or I'll have brown rice, depending. And so I've just added vegetable broth, organic vegetable broth. And let's see, 1 spoon. Let's see, so the buckwheat is going to simmer. So I added the buckwheat to a garlic vinaigrette oil with minced garlic added and a dash of garlic pepper and yellow curry powder. So that was already going when we started rolling. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So again, I added curry powder and a dash of garlic pepper, like so, and minced garlic, minced garlic, and my, how you see, garlic vinaigrette oil here. Okay, and this is our vegetable broth, my beloved pink Himalayan salt. And so we shall proceed. And as you see, I have my other herbs and spices and salts and seasonings I will be using. Turmeric, black salt, cumin, and cardamom powder, as well as ginger powder, which will be the signature ingredient in the shrimp that I will add to our buckwheat here. Okay, so I'm going to turn the burner up here on the buckwheat. And, I have here some peppers and veggies prepared. I've already chopped the cilantro and bell peppers here, orange peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers. and chop some green onions and green peppers. So that's what you see here. And I will add these along the way. And so I'm going to start with adding our peppers here to the buckwheat, but I'm going to let the buckwheat simmer more before doing so. Okay. And so here I have my Swiss chard, rainbow Swiss chard greens, already rinsed and prepared. I chopped off the ends a bit there. And already peeled the raw shrimp I'm going to add to the buckwheat. And so a bit later, I'm going to cut or chop, I should say, perhaps, these beautiful rainbow chard greens here. Alrighty, so let's see. Oh, and I also have some paprika here that will also be one of my ingredients. And I believe I may add some agave nectar to my ginger shrimp. It's just the flavorful feeling I'm sensing. Again, I smell my ingredients to get a feel for how the flavors will complement one another. And so for me, it all starts with the smell, with manifesting my concoction of flavorful ingredients, and so that's how I do that. I don't usually measure. I'll use a measuring cup just to have an extra container around. And at times I'll measure, but I just go with the flow and really, add my ingredients according to taste. You feel me? So that's that. Already. So my buckwheat here is looking a little dry. Now again, this is my first time cooking buckwheat, so I'm getting familiar with the texture along with you. And it's very thick because it's also used as a vegan substitute for cereal. So, you can, this is like such a versatile um, substance here. And again, it's not a grain. I still want to call it a grain because it looks so grainy. But it derives from a seed and it's considered a plant. Alrighty. So I'm going to add a bit more vegetable broth. And again, not measuring anything, just flowing. You can see when you need to add a liquid. Okay. So now that the buckwheat, the texture has softened. Again, I don't want to make it too soupy. And obviously, as well, this is a great substitute. It reminds me of quinoa and how it swells, but and couscous swells, and again, so quinoa is and couscous, but I stick with quinoa because quinoa has a bit more nutritional value than couscous. But again, it's beautiful, it's versatile, just like buckwheat. And again, they are still very high, very much high in vitamins, and still gives you that full feeling. Like my beloved beans, I tell people eat beans, eat quinoa, eat buckwheat. If you want to feel full without eating refined carbohydrates like pasta and bread. And so, alrighty. So I am going to add our yes. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've added uh, green peppers, red, yellow, and orange peppers for our bell peppers. And I'm going to add a bit more moisture. I'm going to add water this time. Okay. And I'm going to add chopped red onion. And then let this continue to simmer. Simmer, simmer on low heat. Alrighty. So, while this simmers, I'm going to prepare the greens, the beautiful rainbow Swiss chard greens, and yes, I'm going to chop the red onion. I'll be back.